Good evening all. Audio video clear. Welcome all of you. So today we are discussing the topic mensuration, means area, volume, perimeter related questions. It is an extension of geometry itself. One second. Those of you who want printed study material for CSIR-NET Part A, this is currently the bestseller book for Part A section, and we are the authors of this book. The latest 7th edition is available in Amazon and Flipkart, and other playlists in this channel you can follow, especially if you are preparing for GATE exam. Free complete course for GATE is available in this channel, and also CSIR-NET other courses also, or other videos also you can watch, especially the previous year question papers before exam. If you can go through this will be a good revision material. September 2022, June 2023, full solutions is provided here, and other years previous year questions is provided in this playlist. And in this playlist also you can find more questions of the theory we are discussing in this current series, and this is the current series running. These are some of the resources for CSIR. For Vedic Maths and Speed Math, there are videos provided, and for UPSC exam, those who are preparing for Civil Service exam, UPSC CSAT playlist is also available in this channel. So let us start today's session. If you want to be part of the Telegram channel, WhatsApp group, or the blog post in christyvarghese.in website, this is how you can join. Check the description of this video also to get direct link to join these resources. Okay, last classes we discussed about 2D geometry, 3D geometry, etc. What are the basic 2D shapes? What are the basic 3D shapes? We have discussed already in the last 2 classes. Those of you missed those session, check out those videos where we have discussed these in detail. And circle was an important shape that we needed, and circle theorems also we discussed. Now these ideas indirectly are needed in this chapter also, but in this chapter it is more about the formula related to perimeter, area and volume. You can actually derive these formula also. Derivation of this video of these formulas needs some time, but if you understand the derivation, it is very easy, because you don't have to by heart formula anymore. Few of them I will explain very fast, because we need to complete today this mensuration topic today, so that all the major topics will be covered before your upcoming CSIR-NET exam. That is why we are going a little faster. Okay, so what is perimeter, what is area, what is volume? That is the first thing you should understand. Perimeter means boundary of a 2D shape. For example, triangle, perimeter will be this side plus this side plus this side, because that are the boundary. Or simply speaking, if I want to put a band over this phone, the length of the band will be equal to the perimeter of this. Yeah, this is a 3D shape, but consider the cross section. That perimeter, that length or that boundary is added will be called the perimeter. That means for a triangle it will be side lengths added, a plus b plus c. For equilateral triangle all sides are equal, so it is a plus a, so that is 3a. Right triangle also a plus b plus c itself, because for right triangle also 3 different sides can be there. And for circle 2 pi r, the derivation of 2 pi r also is possible to be done with one small circle, big circle. By extending the circle and opening up the circle, you can derive this. But that is a little time consuming. Due to lack of time, I am skipping it for the time's sake. If you are interested in learning those things, do let me know. I will schedule a separate lecture, not part of this series. Another series we are planning to teach interesting math stuffs that you need to learn from school math, and we may all have missed. We are planning for such a series, back to school or back to school math series. In that we will include those kinds of stuffs. Anyway, circle perimeter will be 2 pi r, or the definition of pi itself is based on this. Definition of pi is the ratio of circumference to diameter of any circle is called pi. So from that you can derive this 2 pi r. And semicircle will be half of circle. Now if this full length is 2 pi r, semicircle will be half of it, like this. So that will be 2 pi r, half of it pi r. So audio video is clear now, all of you? All of you, audio video clear? I think some of you in your phone there may be some setting issue. Please change the setting. I don't think it is a video issue here because I am checking live in my phone. There is no video issue. Please check in your phone. It is auto update of your video setting. If your internet speed is low, it will auto adjust to lower speed. So adjust it back. Restarting from the beginning won't be practical. Check the recording of this video. You can find the missed part also. Okay. So anyway, pi r will be semicircle. Okay, now it is clear. Okay, there is no issue now. Okay, I thought there was an issue in the beginning. Okay, so let us continue. So it will be 2 pi r and pi r will be semicircle. But in some textbooks or maybe you can see formula written as pi r plus 2r or r common and pi plus 2. That is also correct when the semicircle is a closed semicircle. For example, look at this image. If the semicircle is closed like this, pi r is also there and this is a diameter, so that is 2r. That is why it is pi r plus 2r. So according to the situation you should do whether it is pi r plus 2r or just pi r. If it is an open semicircle it is pi r. If it is a closed semicircle it will be pi r plus 2r, or if you take r common, r into pi plus 2. That all don't by heart. Understand the concept and do it. You know perimeter is boundary added. So this is a boundary, that is a diameter. Diameter is 2 times radius. That is why you are adding 2r. Okay, all of you clear? So then what is a square? Square means a rectangle whose all sides are equal. Na? Square means a rectangle whose all sides are equal. So all sides are equal means A means all sides are A. So A plus A plus A plus A, 4A will be the perimeter of a square. So that is also clear. Rectangle it will be, if this is A, this will be A, this is B, this will be B. So it will be A plus B plus B. That is 2 times A plus B. I am going very fast with this formula. You already know this formula, but the derivation of this formula I am just going through it super fast. So all of you clear 2 times A plus B? Parallelogram also it is similar to rectangle with respect to the side lengths. If this is A, this is also A, this is B, this is also B. So same way 2 times A plus B itself. Rhombus will be like a parallelogram, a special parallelogram whose all sides are equal. So that will be just like a square, A plus A plus A plus A, 4A. So all these perimeters, I hope all of you understood the idea behind the formula. Then it is easy to understand. Now that is perimeter. Now what about area? I was starting with the example of putting a band over my phone. What about putting a screen guard over my phone? How much area the screen guard should cover? The word area we use there, na? How much area it should cover? That is called area, surface area. Because we need to put screen guard over the surface, not all over it. So, are you getting the point? So that surface area, or that is called area. So area and perimeter, hope all of you understood the difference, because in some questions it will not be clearly mentioned whether to find the area or to find the perimeter. You have to understand from the meaning of the question, whether it is perimeter or area. Okay, my phone. Okay, I think maybe the green screen, due to the green screen setting, the phone may not be visible. Okay, just imagine any phone. Putting a screen guard, just imagine that will be enough. Okay, anyway, so that is area. Region covered is area. For example, so a region covered is area. Just a minute, I will show you one question. All of you make a try with this question, an area related question. I will come in a minute. Try this question, all of you. Okay, some of you already got the answer. So here the question is clearly mentioned. You need to find the area of the shaded circle. But circle, what is the side length or what not side length? What is the diameter or radius of the circle? That is not clearly mentioned. That is where the geometrical idea is needed. This is the diameter. This diameter will be equal to the side length of the square. We can clearly see that, because this is the maximum possible circle inside the square, or the incircle of the square, we can say. So this side length we need to find this diameter. This side length of the square is equal to hypotenuse of this right triangle. That is also clear. Now if I am calling it ABC, AC will be this length. That you can find using Pythagoras theorem. In the next chapter, distance and direction, we will discuss more about Pythagoras theorem and Pythagorean triplet. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. So 3 and 4 means third side will be 5. Third side will be 5. So if this is 5, this is also 5. This is also 5. If 5 is the diameter, radius will be 5 by 2. Radius is 5 by 2. You know that radius, if is pi by 2, means pi r square is the area. So pi 5 by 2 the whole square. That is 25 by 4 pi. 25 by 4 pi. Option D is the correct answer. All of you clear? That was a straightforward question from this chapter. All the time it may not be straightforward question, but this was really straightforward. All of you clear? So yeah, speaking of area, circle area is pi r square. If circle is pi r square, region occupied by a circle of radius r is pi r square. So region occupied by a semicircle of the same radius will be half of pi r square, because circles half is semicircle. Now circles half is semicircle, so half pi r square. Similarly, other areas also you should know. Square is a square, rectangle is AB. You can derive this also, just like the perimeter. You can actually derive all this, but due to lack of time I am skipping that part today, so that we can complete this topic today. So right triangle will be half base into height. Equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square, and triangle is half base into height. And rhombus, this formula is not only for rhombus, it is for all parallelogram. Half d1 into d2, where d1 and d2 are diagonals. For example, if I draw a rectangle, these are diagonals. So these diagonals product, if you take half of it, that will be the area of that. That way also you can find the area, not only of rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square, all these shapes, you can use that same formula. If diagonals are given, you can use diagonals. For rectangle and square, it will be same, equal length diagonals. So you can say diagonal 1 into diagonal 2 as diagonal 1 the whole square, or diagonal the whole square, half diagonal the whole square. Okay, so anyway, that is surface area of a 2D shape. Now surface area is therefore 3D shape also. For 2D shape, we don't specify surface area because there is only one surface. But in the case of 3D shapes, surface area is specifically mentioned because there are multiple surfaces. For example, for a cube, there are 6 surfaces now. So the total surface area is what we call as surface area. There are other surface areas also. For example, for a cylinder, there is a lateral surface area, there is a curved surface area. But normally questions in CSIR is not asking about curved surface area, lateral surface area separately. Total surface area is needed. So these formulas you need. These also can be learned in a logical way. We will plan for such a session very soon in this channel. Okay, so anyway, these area you need to know, and these volume also you need to know. Volume, what is the difference of area and volume? For example, how much is the mass of this phone? To know that, I need to know the volume and the density. Or we can say volume means content inside. How much content is needed to create that object. Or if you are taking a glass, you are filling water completely in the glass. So the volume of water means amount of water inside it. So volume means amount of content inside a 3D shape. For 3D shape, we use the term volume. For 2D shape, there is no content inside. That is only one surface. That is why there is no mention of a volume there. Okay, I hope all of you understood it. Then we will see one or two types of all these area, perimeter, volume. And another important type is ratio based question. That also I will show you one question at least. So make a try June 2023 question based on perimeter. All of you try this. 1 minute I will give you to try. അത് രാത്രി വരെ ഉണ്ടല്ലേ? അതിപ്പോ ഉണ്ടല്ലേ? ക്ലാസ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് വരാം. Okay, some of you got an answer. Let's see whether it is right. The figure shows map of a field bounded by A, B, C, D, E. So here it is not a proper shape that we have learned the formula of. So that is why you have to use some geometrical idea also. About triangle, I have already discussed an idea that we can use here. If AB and DE are perpendicular to AE, AB and DE are perpendicular to AE, then the perimeter of the field is, perimeter will be boundaries added, this plus this plus this plus this plus this. We already know these three are 15, 15, 15, 15. So this BC and CD, if you find that added, you will get the total perimeter. So how you can find BC and CD? Look at this. If you complete this BD, this BCD is an equilateral triangle because this is 30 degree. This will be remaining 60 degree because total is 90 degree. It is perpendicular. So and this will be 60 degree, 60, 60 and 60. Because remaining should be 60. Angle sum property of triangle we discussed in the geometry chapter. So if three angles are equal, three sides are also equal. So it is an equilateral triangle. And if this is 15, this is also 15. So 15, 15, these two are also 15. So now you got 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. 5 15s added, that will be 75. All of you understood this clearly? Why this is 15, 15 and why we are, this 15 is not needed because we need AB, BC, CD, DE and AE added. That is 5 into 15, 75. So that is the latest NET exam problem in June 2023. This was asked. So that is a question related to perimeter. This was a question related to area. I will show you a question related to volume also, which was asked in the latest question paper. Yeah, these are surface area based question. Just a minute, I will show you. These are also area. Area related questions are maximum asked. Volume are also asked. Perimeter questions are comparatively lesser compared to area and volume related questions. So more questions on this topic is given in the other playlist also. Go through that, and the previous year question paper playlist also, check it out. There you can find all these questions solution included there. These all are area related problems. Okay, try this question. November 2020 question connected to volume of a shape. So try this, all of you. Any answers? Some of you got an answer. Let's see. How many hollow spheres having inner radius of 1 centimeter can be completely filled by transferring water from completely filled hollow sphere having inner diameter? Read it carefully. This is inner diameter and this is inner radius. So let us make both into radius. That will be better. So 20 centimeter diameter means it is 10 centimeter radius. 10 centimeter radius sphere, it is full of water. That is to be transferred into small sphere with the radius 1 centimeter. That means I told you volume means content inside. How much content is there inside this 4 by 3 pi 10 cube, because 4 by 3 10 pi r cube is the volume of a sphere. And how much content inside this 4 by 3 pi 1 cube? That is, simplifying, you will get this as 4 by 3 pi itself. Don't calculate it. That is not needed. This is 10 cube 1000. That means 1000 times 4 by 3 pi. This is 4 by 3 pi. This is 1000 times 4 by 3 pi. Just logically think about it. How many 4 by 3 pi's are needed to make 1000 4 by 3 pi? 1000 4 by 3 pi's. No? So option C is the answer. No need to write more steps for that. Let n be the number of spheres. That is how we used it in school days. That was all not necessary at all. Especially in competitive exam, don't waste your time on those silly steps. More steps means you are not understanding the concept. You are just repeating some things we have just learned or by hearted. So that was an example of a volume based question. Now let me show you one example of a question which is frequently asked, ratio based question. In CSIR exam, repeatedly this type of questions are asked, ratio based question. I'll show you one example of ratio based questions also. Many questions are asked. Just a minute. Okay. So ratio based question, these are some of the tips to do this ratio based question. Dividing the figure into shapes that you already know, cutting up and rearranging figures, finding the area of the negative space. I will explain it with one example. So for example, look at this question, November 2020 question. Due to lack of time, I will start explaining. In the given rectangle ABCD, AE is equal to EF is equal to FB. These three are equal. Then find the ratio of ratio based mensuration questions. Area of triangle EFC. This EFC area to rectangle area ABCD. Rectangle area ABCD. That means area ratio is asked. What is the logical meaning of it? This EFC is covering how much region of this rectangle? That is the meaning of this. EFC is covering how much region of this? That is what the question is asking. For that you can actually logically do it. That is what that tips is given. Divide the figures into shape that you already know how to work out with. For example, this rectangle I can diagonally cut it like this. Draw a diagonal and I can say this ABC will be half of the full rectangle. Half of the full rectangle means half of the area. And this AEC, EFC and FBC are equal area triangles inside this triangle. How it is equal area? Listen to that carefully. Question clearly says base are equal. AE, EF and FB are equal. And you can clearly see that their heights are also equal. These are the heights. If base and height are equal, area should be equal. That is how we know that AEC triangle, EFC triangle and FBC triangle are equal. Equal means EFC will be 1/3 of this ABC. EFC is 1/3 of ABC. EFC is 1/3 of ABC means ABC is 3 times of EFC. ABC is 3 times of EFC. If ABC is 3 times of EFC, ABCD will be 6 times of EFC. 6 times because one ABC, another ABC will make a ABCD. Are you getting the point? Or in other words, the rectangle will be 6 times EFC triangle. Or we can say the ratio is 1/6 or 1:6. EFC to ABCD is 1:6. ABCD to EFC will be 6:1. All of you are getting the ratio based question, how to logically do it. No need to, this also can be done mathematically. Let x be the AE length, then EF is also x, FB is also x, let h be the height, then using the area formula and all, but that is very time consuming. No need of doing that. So this ratio based questions are repeatedly asked. That is asked not only in the case of area, it is asked in the case of volume also. I will show you one more volume based ratio question so that you get practice of that also. More such questions are given in the other playlist. Go through it also. This is a volume based question. One more are there, just a minute. Okay, we'll see this itself. December 2016 net exam problem. All of you make a try. Okay, so I'll explain. So here the question is saying two coconuts have spherical space inside their kernels. So spherical space means inside this you can see sphere like this now. So their diameters are compared. How it is compared? With the first having inner diameter twice that the other. That means smaller coconut diameters double will be larger coconut diameter like this. If this is D, this will be 2D. The larger one is half filled with liquid. This larger one is only half filled with liquid, but the smaller one is fully filled with liquid. That is what the question is saying. Fully filled with liquid. Then which of the following statements is correct? Read the statements carefully. Larger coconut contains 4 times the liquid in smaller one. That means the amount of liquid in smaller one, 4 times of it will be the amount of liquid in larger one. I told you amount of liquid or amount of something is called volume. So you need to compare the volume, not surface area, not perimeter, it is clearly volume. All of you are clear? Other options also you can see, it is clearly volume. So in this question, the trick you can use is, you can actually take examples. In the first classes we discussed about shortcut methods, tips and tricks for general aptitude section. There I told you the importance of taking examples to do questions faster. Here also taking examples will help. The bigger coconut and the smaller coconut. We know the diameter have a relation that is double. So the radius also have the same relation. Like I am taking the example, let 1 be the radius of smaller coconut. So the radius of larger coconut will be 2 units. 1 centimeter and 2 centimeter you can say. Now you can compare the volume easily. Now. What volume? Volume of coconut? No. You have to compare the volume of water or liquid inside it. Question clearly says first one is half filled. Half filled means it is just a hemisphere, not a full sphere. So it is 2 by 3 pi 2 cube, the volume inside. What about this? This is fully filled. So it is 4 by 3 pi 1 cube. So simplify this. This will be 2 cube 8 into 2, 16 by 3 pi. This will be 4 by 3 pi. What is the comparison you can make? 4 by 3 pi, 4 times will be 16 by 3 pi. 4 times. Or you can say the larger coconut contains 4 times the liquid in the smaller one. That is option A. All of you understood? Ratio based question where volume is involved. So this is the idea of mensuration chapter. Yeah, some formula are needed, but you can learn that formula in a logical way. If so, this chapter is actually easy. This question, if you don't want to use examples, you can do this mathematically like this, taking variables. Let R be the radius of the smaller coconut. Then the larger coconut radius will be 2R. And then you can simplify and compare it, and still you will get the same answer. All of you understood this? So that is about mensuration chapter. A lot of questions were asked from this chapter. Check out the previous year questions playlist to learn more. And in GATE exam also, this chapter questions are repeatedly asked. GATE playlist you can check out to see those questions. Hope today's session was useful. If so, just hit the like button and do comment on this video, and do share the video to maximum people. Support this initiative, support free initiatives by any educator. If you feel the educators are helping you, do share it with maximum people. That will motivate educators to come up with more and more free content. So hope today's session was useful. Let's conclude. Thank you all of you. Take care all of you. See you all on the next class. Bye bye, and all the best for the preparation of the upcoming CSIR-NET exam, GATE exam, and the other exams. Happy to see, I am able to see comments from many people that they are able to prepare for many exams using this videos. So happy to hear. So all the best for all of you for all the upcoming exams that you are preparing for. Do well. May God bless you all. So let's conclude for today. Bye bye.